Other than that, I'm not aware. I hear that there's talk about commercial being undervalued, but I've not been presented with any evidence. So
Well, in this video, we're going to show you or try to show you some evidence for you to look into to determine whether this property is undervalued, whether it's properly valued, or whether it's undervalued, under, over, or properly valued. On July the 15th, 2024, Tax Administrator Jeremy Aiken stood before the county commissioners, and there were several questions that got brought up, but one specifically about the commercial appraisal that took place. And they were talking specifically maybe about the 10 big box stores that they had reevaluated again through another company. And then when someone pushed the issue and asked, are there any other properties out there that you know of that are wrongly valued, undervalued? He said he's not been made aware of any. Well, in this video, we're going to try to show you at least one that is, and we know of others that are out there as well. So we'll show them later. But this one will show you that this one is, from what it appears to be, undervalued. And you may ask yourself, Alamance, why is that important to Alamance County? It's important to the homeowners because when I show you how much property taxes that they did not pay based on their reevaluation, yeah, that's a lot of money. And you add that or you multiply that times several commercial properties, that adds up. And when you don't get that money from these commercial properties, Alamance County, that means your private property, your homes, your taxes go up. So let's go ahead and look into it. And the first thing I want to show you, the company that we're talking about here is Lidl. This is from the North Carolina Department of Commerce. This is from July the 1st, 2015. This was when Governor McCrory was in office. He announced 200 new jobs in Alamance County. Who were they from? It was a European grocery giant, Lidl. They were going to invest $125 million to establish a new regional headquarters and distribution center in Graham. We see it again here. The company plans to invest. Notice it says more, not just 125 million, but here it says 125 million, more than 125 million dollars. So we see this is what they had anticipated to spend, and this is what we were expecting them to spend based on the incentives that they received from the different municipalities. But here is the tax card for Lidl, and you can look here on the top on the left under the year. You can see it says 2017, and in 2017 the property was valued at $68,695,000. Now Lidl said they were going to invest 125 million, and in 2017 we valued it at 68 million, a little over 68 million. Now, this value stayed consistent until 2022. So they continued to pay $68 million, a tax value of $68 million is according to the tax value. They said they were going to invest $125 million. So we're looking at this and we're saying, gosh, 125 and 68, that's quite a big difference here. 2018, 19, it was, if you look at the tax card, it was still valued at $68 million. But when you come up to year 2023, the year of the reevaluation, notice here you see that the valuation, you'll see the taxable value over here on the right in the middle, that is $74,177,000. So even after we had a chance to reevaluate the property, give it a different value, and remember, the commissioners were talking about how this reevaluation, this was done at a time when things were booming, when costs were skyrocketing, homes had went up exponentially. The Public Safety Training Center more than doubled in cost during this time. But Lidl and some of the other commercial properties that we'll be looking at later, they didn't quite see this same increase. And so we're looking here and we're saying $74 million. And so, okay, we'll leave it there for right now. But the thing about it is when Jeremy was talking, he says, okay, this is what he said. Remember what he said here about the evidence.
for 3 times. Other than that, I'm not aware. I hear that there's talk about commercial being undervalued, but I've not been presented with any evidence.
So Jeremy here says that he's been hearing talk, he's been hearing conversations, but he's not been presented with any evidence. Well, at the same time that Alamance County, Lidl came to Alamance County and was going to build their distribution center here, they also went into a county called Spotsylvania County in Virginia, just north of us up here. And they likewise, if you look at this slide, is published October 28th, 2015, same year. And they were also going to build a $125 million facility. Now, there in this article here, it says they built on an 82-acre site. I believe the Alamance County site was like 85 or 86 acres. It was one of those two. So they're close. I mean, this is what Lidl does. So you can see here they were planning on doing the same thing, and they did. They built theirs, and they're in operation. So what I want to do now is look at what Lidl in Spotsylvania County has their valuation. At this card, if you look at this, you'll see that it's Spotsylvania County Office of Real Estate Assessments. This is a property record from 2024. And what you'll see here is you'll look at the cost, you'll see comp sales, you'll see income, and these top three are the ones that you would look at. The cost, look at what they said they were going to spend. We remember from the article, $125 million. So you see here, they've got the land valued here. They've got the building valued at $125 million. The total comes up to be about $128 million is what the property is valued at. But what Spotsylvania County uses for the tax bill for Lidl distribution is they use what is known as the income approach. So you'll notice this under cost, comp sales, and income. You'll see there's I think it's 2.8 million. And then you have 94 million. And then if you scroll over here to the right, you'll see it's about 97. I think it says $97 million. It's right around that area. So instead of Spotsylvania County using the value of the building, they're using what is known as the income value to set the property value for Lidl. So they use the income approach. But let's keep moving on. So here, remember, Alamance County, we were at like 68 million. They're at 94 million, a little higher, about 97 million now. So let's look at the next card, and you'll see this tax card, the values from 2016 to 2023. And you'll see 2017 is really the first year that they were able to value it at its substantial price of its worth. And you've got an $80 million facility total value there. What does Alamance County have? Well, when in 2017, the tax card was $68 million. We were $12 million undervalued then. Now, Alamance County, of course, I think the last revalue was 2017. I think the next one was 2023, which we just came through. But Alamance County, because of that delay, we kept it at $68 million every year until this most recent reevaluation. But notice what Spotsylvania County did. In 2018, theirs jumped up to 92 million. 2019, 92 million. 2020, 93 million. 2021, 93 million. 2022, 96 million. And you got 96 million and some change, almost 97 million there. So when you look at this and you say, hey, they've got theirs valued at 96 million, and I believe Spotsylvania County uses the income approach, not the $125 million building value. They use the income approach. And so they've got it valued at $97 million. What did Alamance County have ours valued at? Remember, it went from 68 million to $74 million. So here we are. We are $23 million short of where Spotsylvania County has their property valued. Now, what in the world makes that difference? Why is that property able to be valued $20 million more? And if you take that $20 million, and I believe if you multiply it times 0.432, the tax rate, I believe it gives you about $84,000 to $86,000 in extra tax revenue. So what I'm saying is by us having a lower tax value of 74 million and Spotsylvania having their value at 96 million, it makes no sense to me. These properties were built at the same time. The location, listen, you can't mention location. And the reason I say this, yes, because when anything's built in Alamance County, it's the transportation hub. We've got highways running through our county, through the center of it. We're perfectly situated. We have things that Spotsylvania County does not have. The land, everything is selling for about the same thing. So why is our property, Alamance County's Lidl Distribution Center, valued at $20 million less than what Spotsylvania County's is. Now, with that being said, I know for sure that Jeremy had, and I have nothing against any of these people, none of them. I just want them to be upfront and honest with the county taxpayers. But I know that he met with Steve Carter, Commissioner Steve Carter, and Mayor Jennifer Talley at the same time, and they talked about this. I'm not sure what he told them, how he explained this away. I have no clue. But by looking at this evidence, it seems clear to me that the Lidl property is definitely undervalued. To what extent, I don't know. And it seems to me that when I've been watching these county commissioner meetings, every time it seems like Alamance County, when there's a property, we value it at a certain value, and if the commercial property owner is not satisfied with that, they will appeal. Well, that's okay if they appeal. If you're confident in your valuation, you got competent, capable people in those positions who are valuing these commercial properties, and you have your ducks in a row, let them appeal. I'm afraid at this point, and I've heard Jeremy say this over and over and over again. He says, well, they're going to appeal. They appeal. They appeal. It's like Alamance County has a reputation for all you have to do is to tell them you're going to appeal their valuation, and they'll fold like a chair. I don't understand this. We've got to do better. And I look forward to hearing Tax Administrator Jeremy Aiken's explanation. Also want to hear Steve Carter's explanation for sitting there during the meeting and not saying anything about this. He knew about this property, at least to some extent. I don't know to what extent, but if he didn't know, he should have done his research just like every other county commissioner should have done. You need to be looking into this. You're talking about things that you're not even evaluating. You're not even looking at correctly or appropriately. And so I'm just saying we need to make sure that we have people in positions who we follow up on, make sure they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. And the reason we say that is this: $84,000 to $86,000 in tax revenue. I mean, you multiply that times maybe we have 10 or 15 commercial properties that are off. I know we have several others. And that's my point. We could be paying less. They could be sharing a little bit more of the burden of the tax situation in Alamance County. People are struggling with paying for their groceries. They're struggling for paying for their utilities. They're struggling to put gas in their car. They're struggling for rent. They're struggling to pay their mortgage. People are struggling. And I think it's important for us as citizens to pay attention to this because it directly affects you. So I look forward to hearing a little comment about this valuation. And this is Alamance County Talks Politics. If you have any questions or you'd like to get in touch, you can email me at alamancecountytalkspolitics@gmail.com. That's alamancecountytalkspolitics@gmail.com. Remember, stay informed, get involved, and until next time, take care.